Hello everyone, Exio here and welcome to the channel. Mecha Break has been out for some time and I thought it was time to go over my general thoughts on Stellaris. This is the unit I've played the most by far and I will probably continue to do so. In the background is gameplay of one of the more recent games I had with the unit. Note that all the information I am going to go over is based on Operation Verge, so I will not be accounting for Moshmak or the Ace Arena game mode as I have not played those yet. But diving straight into the big point, let's answer the big question. Is this unit overpowered? In my opinion, no. Do I think this unit is strong? Yes, in the right hands. I feel like my experience with this unit is that they will be the winning factor or the reason that you lost. As hard as this unit can carry your team, it can also absolutely feed just as hard, and I'll get to that. But let's talk about the strong points first. Stellaris does two things very well: pickoffs and point captures. Now, you might think that the point cap with the active camo is a little bit cheesy. Well, it is, I can't really defend that, but I do feel like this unit needs it with how it is supposed to function right now. If this unit only exceeds at one or the other, it would feel very underwhelming in my opinion. The high damage output is needed as the primary way for this unit to function is its surprising burst capabilities from nowhere. Being able to pick off units and capture points without much notice is a very strong point for this striker. Its active camo is how this unit functions as a whole and allows for both of its playstyles to function. So playing around this cooldown is the biggest factor to getting output on Stellaris. Now let's talk about the negatives, and there are quite a few of them in my opinion. For starters, the HP pools and matchups. Stellaris has one of the lowest HP pools in the game, even lower than Lumine. On top of Lumine has self-regen, so its HP can be even more deceptive if you try to burst it. It has way more survivability options. Stellaris does have its active camo, but that is it. And typically you're using that, if you're using that as an engage, you won't have it to fall back on as a disengage. So it's you have to be more mindful of it compared to Lumine's kit. Stellaris' regen is essentially tied down to its active camo cooldown. Without it, you are basically the easiest unit to kill in the entire game. This striker does not have a particularly high HP or energy pool, so you have to make sure that you use your resources wisely. Panther, as an example, has a bigger stamina bar with the booster kit for shields and energy regen, so it's a little bit more survival, and it has ways in case it does accidentally use up all of its boosters. And Lumine has the energy regen kit on top of self-healing, so it has way more options of getting out of sticky situations. Stellaris only has its active camo to rely on to get in and out of situations. It is the most important ability it has. I cannot emphasize that enough. It is probably the reason why this unit feels so oppressive. Next is the matchups, and there are quite a lot of them Stellaris is good at and as well as bad against. Primarily, this unit will want to be in a 1v1 scenario, so the matchups will be based off those scenarios, but I will talk about scenarios outside of those as well. Now for the strong, this unit is probably best against Aquila, Inferno, Falcon as Skyraider, in my personal experience. Without help, these units can just pretty much be run down by Stellaris. The grapple engage lets you close in on it on top of the active camo to get out or in depending on the situation. And the sword drone with the EMP effects lets you disable some kits on these units. For example, the Falcon, if the sword drones hit, it won't be able to target you for the stun claw that it has. I would say against a unit like Aleseness or like Hurricane, you have a mixed advantage in that too. It really depends on the player who engages first. Hurricane more so is reactive, so you won't have the damage output or consistency to deal with the Stellaris as well, but the shield does allow for you to parry it and you could do a surprising amount of burst on it. And same with Aleseness. Now on to the bad matchups. And I feel like everyone knows what I'm gonna talk about in this section already. Heavies. This unit just does not function against heavies, namely Tricera and Welkin. I think we can all agree that Welkin is the best unit in the game, by far, right? Welkin rarely has any downsides aside from its small energy bar. Against almost any matchup, this unit kind of just destroys them. But Anyways, back to Stellaris. This is not a Welkin video. Stellaris wants to do quick damage and kills, and against heavies, this is just not possible, especially with the new nerfs that it receives. If you don't know already, Stellaris' grapple recently got changed. The charge from the grapple used to take heavies out of their stationary forms, but this was deemed as a bug and has now been patched. Regardless of this change though, this matchup does not favor Stellaris in any way. Tricera can actually just straight up heal through Stellaris' damage and provide itself self-healing. Tricera can just straight up heal through the damage output that Stellaris can provide with its self-healing kit and its melee shield. Welkin, well, this unit can just straight up go on you after you engage, cage you if it's not already almost dead, and just return kill you through a spin. I would just advise going against either of these units unless they're very low HP and within kill range of a quick combo from you. Units like Stego is a little bit more manageable though. You can take advantage of their back and dish out some damage output. Same with like Panther. But note that you won't be able to necessarily burst them, so it's more of a quick get in, dish out some damage, and get out kind of a scenario. I would only advise doing this if they're separated from their pack, as they will be able to survive the initial burst that you can dish out. So if they're near teammates, more than likely, if there's any sort of communication on the team, they can just return kill on you. Supports like Pinaka, Lubinae, and Serenith are very good at wasting Stellaris' time as well. With you having to base your plays off of active camo, if you decide to engage on these units, it's more so to disrupt them rather than to kill them, unless they're low, of course. Typically, if you want to full burst these units, I would coordinate with another unit on your team, like a Panther or something, to do a quick 1-2 stun into a burst. Now, the last thing I wanted to go over is scenarios outside of 1v1s. My personal opinion, this unit just does not function in any other scenario. If you have a 2v2, you are still at a disadvantage. If you are in a 1v2 where the enemy has two people coordinating with each other, I would just not engage on that. If you get disrupted in any way, and most units in the game have a way to disrupt Stellaris if they can see it, and not being targeted by it, you will more than likely die. With your low shields and low escape options outside of active camo, you are so easily able to get bursted. There's been so many instances where I try to just go on somebody, and whether it's a Pinaka, a Welkin, an Aleseness, a Panther, pretty much any unit in the game just helping their teammates, you can almost just return kill on a Stellaris. Overall summary, I do think this unit is strong, but nowhere near overpowered. It will feel like that just because the strong points of this suit can really be made prevalent when the pilot enables it, but the weak points show just as easily, if not more. The biggest thing you can do to improve this unit's output, in my opinion, is improve your environmental awareness. The more you tunnel vision on this unit, the more likely you will die. As you climb higher in the ranks, this will be made more obvious, as you'll notice that players are more aware of you. Know when it's safe to engage, who to go for, and what objectives you can focus on to take advantage of this unit's strong point. I see this unit as more of a chess piece. You have to see the entire board, almost like the commander waiting to strike and turn the tides. But that is my general thoughts on Stellaris. Let me know what you guys think of Stellaris down in the comments below. I'd be very interested to hear what everyone else's thoughts on this unit are. Thanks for those that stopped by, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Stellaris is one.
Stego, ready to hold down the front line.
This Panther's kind of looking.
Camo activated. Fire from front.
I'm on the Welkin.
Enemy down.
Dead. I'm going in.
Stellaris.
Nice.
ally is ours.
Trying to think of who to go after right now.
This Panther I'm not paying the most amount of attention to just because he's just gonna keep staring at me to do whatever, so I'll just go get somebody else.
Hurricane coming in to draw enemy fire.
I got the Stellaris last second. I just trapped him into a corner.
Nice. No, Stellaris gets absolutely dumpstered if you don't have invis.
He tried to, and then I was able to stun him with melee. Then I drilled him into a corner and just kept him in the corner, and I said, "You're not leaving this."
Fire control system unlocked.
No, I missed the charge rip on the Falcon. I got 2 melee hits, and I just missed the charge afterward.
I got the Falcon.
I am being absolutely targeted by everybody.
Oh, we both charged.
Hurricane coming in to draw enemy fire.
I'm going after the Welkin.
I'm being just constant snipe. I need to let. Oh no, I messed it up again. I got. Oh. My Welkin is still on. I messed up the melee on him from above, so I couldn't stun him.
The Welkin is still one.
He is.
He's dead.
Coming into ambush. Optical camo deactivated.
Nice. Well, you're just bullying these guys in the back.
Victory.
I mean, I noticed that the second time I fought this Panther, they don't want to make a move.
No.
So I just ignore him and move on. I'm like, I'm not gonna deal with this. I will kill your other teammates first before I even try to do anything with you.
Yeah.
I think it's because they're probably assuming I'm just like faking it, that I'm not gonna go after somebody else and focus them, but I'm like, I'll just forget about it.
Oh, there's Stellaris just absolutely that dumpster.